Welcome to Mike's Yoga channel and welcome to what I believe are the top 10 morning yoga poses. When you're ready, roll your mat, grab some water, and let's get started. Okay everyone, so as we go about these top 10 yoga poses, we're going to be doing them in a sequence that has a nice flow to it. So let's start by coming into our first pose, which is an extended child's pose. So to do this, let's bring the knees as wide as the mats, letting the big toes touch behind you. From here, start to walk your hands out long in front of you, letting your forehead rest in the mat. In this pose, we're really breathing into the shoulders, the back body, as well as the hips. On your next exhale, let's shift forward. We'll come into yoga pose number 2, which is a high cobra. So let's stack the hands right underneath the shoulders, extend the legs along behind you, and just pushing yourself up, really opening up the chest, opening up the hearts, core is slightly engaged. Exhale, shift it back to all fours. We'll come into yoga pose number 3, which is a cat-cow. So let's stack the hands right underneath the shoulders, keeping the fingers spread wide. Tops of the feet are pushing into the mats. Knees right underneath the hips. And now once we have this foundation, on your next inhale, drop the belly, open the chest. Exhale, rounding the spine. Inhale, drop the belly, open the chest. Exhale, round. Do a couple more, really moving with your breath. And let's come back to center. From here, let's make our way up into a downward facing dog. So again, let's keep those fingers spread wide. Hands are actively pushing into the mat. Yoga pose number 4, and feel free to pedal out the feet here as well, really breathing into the back of the legs, the calves, the hamstrings. And now from here on your next inhale, let's lift that right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, bend the right knee, step the right foot up in between the hands, lower the left knee down, left shoelaces down. And on your next inhale, rise up, coming into yoga pose number 5, which is a low lunge. So in this low lunge, let's keep this right knee over right ankle, and let's keep these hips in one line. So for some of us, we may have to draw that right hip back just a little bit and bring this left hip forward. Again, core slightly engaged. Awesome stretch for the hips and the psoas muscle. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back to downward facing dog. We'll take that over to the other side. When you're ready, on your next inhale, lift that left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, bend the left knee. Step the left foot up in between the hands. Lower the right knee down, right shoelaces down. Inhale, rise up. So again, on this side, let's keep this left knee over left ankle, hips in one line. So for some of us on this side, we may have to draw that left hip back just a little bit and bring this right hip forward. And exhale, plant the hands, step it back to downward facing dog. Great job, you guys. On your next inhale, lift that right leg up towards the sky once again. Exhale, bend the right knee. Step the right foot up in between the hands. This time, pivot the left foot 90 degrees. Air guitar this left arm up. We'll come into yoga pose number 6, Warrior 2. So again, in this Warrior 2, let's keep this right knee over right ankle. Right heel is in line with the left arch. Arms to a T. Breathe. On your next inhale, reach back, peaceful warrior. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down, step it back to downward facing dog. When you're ready, we'll take that over to the other side. Inhale, lift that left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, bend the left knee, step the left foot up in between the hands, pivot the right foot 90 degrees. Air guitar that right arm up, Warrior 2. Again, let's keep this left knee over left ankle, left heel in line with the right arch, arms to a T, breathe. Inhale, reach that left arm back. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down, step it back to downward facing dog. In this down dog, let's lower the knees down and we'll come into yoga pose number 7, which is a toe stand. So curling the toes and sitting back on your heels like this. If this is too intense, you can always uncurl the feet and sit back on your heels. We'll hang out here for a few breaths. Awesome job, you guys. From here, we'll come into yoga pose number 8, which is a seated forward fold. So take a seat and extend the legs out long in front of you, keeping both feet flexed. On your next inhale, bring the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, melt it forward, grabbing onto the toes or the feet if you can. If you can't, that's totally okay. You can just let your hands rest where they naturally fall. On your next exhale, mindfully release. From here, we'll come into yoga pose number 9, which is a deer pose, otherwise commonly referred to as a 90-90 stretch. So essentially what we're doing is we're creating 2 90-degree angles in our legs. So let's start by placing our right leg in front of us. This right knee is in line with the right hip. 90-degree angle in the leg, right foot is flexed. Left knee is in line with the left hip. 90-degree angle, left foot is flexed. Hands can just rest by your side, sit up nice and tall. Another awesome stretch for the hips here. Exhale, release. Simply just take that over to the other side. So bringing our left leg in front of us, our right leg behind us, left knee in line with the left hip, 90-degree angle, left foot is flexed, right knee in line with the right hip, 90-degree angle, right foot is flexed, hands resting by your side, sit up nice and tall. next exhale, release. We'll come into our final 10th yoga pose, which is a seated twist. So let's take a seat with one leg in front of the other. It doesn't matter which leg. And now from here on your next inhale, lift the hands up towards the sky. Exhale, twisting to the right. So bringing your right hand, right arm behind you, acting as a second spine, letting the left hand rest on the right leg. Just make sure you avoid that right knee. And as you inhale, try and lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, just gently twist. Exhale, come back to center. We'll take that over to the other side. Inhale, lift the hands up. Exhale, twisting to the left. Left hand, left arm behind you, acting as a second spine. Letting the right hand rest on the left leg. Just make sure you avoid the left knee. Again, as you inhale, try and lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, gently twist. Exhale, come back to center. And if you made it with me this far, I got an 11th pose for you, which is a big starfish. So to get into this pose, just like it sounds, come on flat on your back, extending the legs out long, extending the arms out long overhead, taking up as much space as you can, taking in the morning. Option to stay here, or we can do a full body squeeze, so making a fist with the right hand and the left hand, pointing the right foot and the left foot, squeeze all the muscles in your body, squeeze, exhale, release. Coming into Shavasana here, letting the mind and the body reap on all the benefits from today's practice. I encourage you to stay here for as long as you like, or if you're ready to go, we can rock up, coming into a seated position of your choice. Wherever you are, let's bring our hands together at our heart. Thank you all so much for sharing your energy and your time with me today. I hope you all have amazing days. If you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe. From here, let's bring our hands up to our third eye. The light in me honors the light in all of you. Thank you so much. Namaste.